Welcome to Be Divine Vintage. I have been absent without leave really for a number of weeks. Enough of that, we can come on to it later. I've got a new setup, as you can see. So I've got natural light coming from my window. I can stand while I craft. And because I have noticed that quite often I do prefer to stand and like that bird's eye view. So I've got a sitting area, I've got a standing area. So what I'm doing today is making tags and journaling cards, etc. from scrap. Here's one I've just made. I think that is so pretty, and it says longing for. Now there's some sheet music on the back, music score. Now for me that is really plain, because normally I'm all embellish. So my tags end up about this thick, but I'm doing flat tags, and I am using scraps and junk. Yes, I found this in my scrap bag, this fairy. I say scrap bag because I actually use food bags to put my, like freezer bags, ziploc bags to put my scraps in. So there we go. So I thought we'll just do some collage and some easy decoupage. We're going to use up these. These, what I'm working on. Real scrap to make things, exciting things. So let's put my scrappy dappy doos. I've even got some little, that was off a fleecy throw. Beads. This is vintage. It says on it 1964, and that one had photographs in it. You know, I used to buy the postcard photographs, so I thought I could do I could do something with that. So my mission is to use these up. So I have started off with some collaging, as you can see. So this had a Sizzix stencil in it, and not a stencil, a die cut. It just doesn't want to stick down that bit. And it sort of folded like this. So I thought I could sort of keep that shape and put something in there and like fasten that top and bottom if this bit decides it's going to stick down. So yes, I'm trying to be creative with scrap. I might have to try and do some time of not buying anything. So I've already collaged those. This is, you know, bits of card. So I stuck some card together, collaged. So we can do that as well. So let's start off with some collage. So I will get this. So we've all got these. Tim Holtz Ideology. I don't know what was in there. 32 pieces of whatever it was. So I am going to, let's have a think. I'm going to, I could always put it like that, couldn't I? So let's just, what's the word? Collage this bit. So where have I been? Well, you really don't want to know. I saw somebody had put on, not one of my videos, on another crafter's. This is just Mod Podge, by the way. This is my homemade Mod Podge, made with PVA and water, which is like Elmer's glue and water. So somebody put on somebody's video. Loved your video, to the point, and I'm so glad you didn't witter on about your aches and pains, your trials and tribulations. Now, I thought about that, and I thought, do you know, I came into crafting because of trials and tribulations, and I'm here today, and I'm doing this. You know, crafting was part of my saviour. So if people talk about the trials and tribulations, it really doesn't bother me, because it's just a way of expressing yourself, isn't it? a good way of expressing yourself. And when you're feeling rubbish and down and out and so much on your mind, it's good to talk. And some people don't have anybody to talk to. I'm lucky, I've got a family. But there's some things I don't always want to say to my family because I don't want to upset them. So crafting is a method of escape. I went on a workshop, a spiritual workshop, and they were doing some meditation and I just didn't want to do it. So the leader, David, said, well, what are you going to do? So I said, I'm going to go out and meditate. He said, well, that's what we're doing, with all due respect. So I said, no, I'm going to do some different kind of meditation. And I actually went and did slow stitch. So when the group got back together, he said to me, what have you done? So I showed him. I said, I've done this. I said, I just sat quietly and stitched, and quietly just in my own space, just thinking, maybe talking to myself. Now, what am I doing here? You know them little pieces that you don't use, that you often throw in your bin. I got some paper and it was wrapped in these craft, stronger than paper, it's not quite card. These strips. So what I'm doing as I go along, any bits I'm sticking on, and I'm making a snippet roll as I go along. I know. So like this now, I can't use this on here. Well, I don't want to use this on here. Could if I wanted to. So yeah, so David said, I didn't know about stitching could be meditative. So I actually sent him a link to Meditative Stitch so we could find out more about it. What else shall we put on here? Oh, let's put a little bit of this music score on. So I've basically been through my scrap bag, got all my bits and pieces. I'm overlapping the edge, which doesn't matter because I will cut around that after. You could even tear around if you wanted to, whichever suits you. There is no right and there is no wrong in crafting. The other week I was it just made me think of something. On a group I'm in on Facebook, I was honoured to be made Artist of the Day. So I said to my mum, I'm Artist of the Day, and I showed her and she said, oh no, I said I'm Artist of the Day on this site, and she went, first thing she said to me, well, you can't draw. So I said, well, I know I can't draw, because I didn't say it out loud, but she sort of drummed that into me for 53 years that I couldn't draw. So therefore I couldn't draw, so therefore I was no good at art. So I said to her, art is not about drawing. Art is about creativity. This is art. So yeah, first thing she said, well, you can't draw. I don't know what made that pop into my mind. I think it's to do with people sort of saying, oh, we don't want you to injure you, we don't mourning on your videos. But I mean, the reason I came into art, creativity, was when my dad died. And it was, this was my, I can tell you, this was my saviour. It's usually a little cough. So, try smooth this as well. I don't always like the white on it, but sometimes it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Because this is going to be covered with tissue, etc. Right, I'm going to put this to dry. Stuck to my table now. Work. There we go. There we go. I'll just put that to one side to dry. So that is basically how I do my first layer. And I've put everything the right way up, as you can see. So all the writing's going the same way. Even though I've got books, newspapers, these are some Victorian, from some Victorian books. This is newspaper. That's actually Spanish newspaper. So everything, even the lines on there are the right way, the same way. Excuse me for coughing. So last night I went to bed. I was working. I came home and I said to my husband, I'm so tired. I'm going to have to go and have a lie down. I said, I feel a bit achy, so I might be starting something. So I went to bed at 5 o'clock. I didn't wake up till 9 o'clock this morning. I know, I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. I don't know where the time went. Right, I'm going to cut this. In fact, I'm not. I'm going to get my cutter because it isn't square. Yeah, so I slept for 4, 5, so 12, about 16 hours solid. I must have been shattered. Now I know that this is my, hang on, yes, this is my straight edge because I lined it up to that on the board. So I am going to cut, yeah, so all those hours sleep. But I've been stressed. Yeah, I have, and I'm not ashamed to say it. So I needed a sleep. And boy, oh boy, did I get one. It was a lovely deep sleep as well. I can't remember dreaming. I can't remember anything. Just that I slept. I remember sort of stirring in the night and thinking, oh, I'm so lovely and warm and it's dark outside. So get on with it. Get on with your sleep. There we go. I'm going to make this, should I make this a tall tag or shall I cut it in half? No, I'm going to do another tall tag. So I have already sort of picked out my scraps, I picked out my coloured scraps. I've gone for pretty neutral, except for my napkins here. I've got a little bit of purpley colour in them. So yeah, so everything was picked out ready. Before I started, went through my scrap bag. So, I'll tell you another story. I pulled out a music sheet. It was this one actually. How I Love to Proclaim. I think it's a saviour's name, I think. Anyway, on the back of it was... it didn't make me laugh, because it's quite scary actually. Was the hymn, Washed in the Blood of the Lamb. Well, when I was a little girl, that was really, really scary hymn to me. Because I literally thought you had to, like, physically. Right, so I've popped some Mod Podge on there, put my napkin on top, and I'm just going to go over it with a little bit more Mod Podge. Yes, so I thought you had to physically wash in the blood of the lamb. You know, I thought my mum and dad should need to start slaughtering them in the back garden, and I need to start washing in them. And then it was, are your garments white, are they pure as snow? And I used to think, how do you get white garments from blood? So this should just tear off easily around the edge. How do you get white garments from blood? How does that happen? So that was a worry in itself. And I went through a phase of wearing white all the time because I was terrified to wear any other colour. I was brought up in Methodism, and I was brought up in, not only was it Methodism, but it was scary Methodism. Our minister was called Harold. And the other thing I found quite scary at church was that there was Harold, there was Father Harold, there was Son Harold, there was Brother Harold, there was all these people called Harold. Just saw something I can put on there. All these people called Harold. Now, I know in our country now, it's not common to have so many people with the same, in a family with the same name. So it was really weird. So we had all the Harolds, Harold, Father Harold, Minister Harold. They were all related. And then we had the Stanleys. So we had Stanley, Father Stanley, Brother Stanley. We had all these Stanleys. So when they used to sing Washed in the Blood of the Lamb, both Harold's and Stanley's used to like go against each other. So they didn't sing, they absolutely like shouted out to try and get louder. You know, singing all the descants and repeating the words over the top, and I don't know the technical jargon. So they were all doing that. Absolutely. So loud, it used to frighten me to death. And then there it was today when I turned that piece of paper over, and it brought back so many memories. And the Harolds and Stanleys were related. So they're either called Harold Stanley whatever or Stanley Harold whatever. They just seem to be everywhere. Right, on top of this I'm going to put another layer. So in here I've got, you know, the Tim Holtz. I've had this ages. So I'm going to put a layer of that on top of there, So that's just, it is already quite sticky. I'm just putting a little bit more Mod Podge on. And I'm going to put this on. I'm just going to lay it on there. I love layers. You can tell, can't you? I'm just going to cut that off. My throat is really irritating me. Excuse moi, please. So I am just going to get some Mod Podge and go over that. Let that dry. Like that. Very much. When I sit down on my chair at this works top, my chair, I like my chin is like on there. But never mind, it doesn't matter. It's here. So that's that one. You can just about see the butterflies and things through. Right, let's get this one. And just cut these bits off. Whoop, move that. Yes, I started saving. The thing is, when you start saving junk mail and things, you don't end up with absolutely loads of it. I've like been inundated with junk. Because like, not only do I save it, but my mum will say, oh, I thought you were saving these, I brought you some. And you're like, oh, thank you. And you end up with so much. I'm going to stick these bits on here. This is rather than just throwing them all away. This will. I'll show you this when it's done, because it's not going to be done today. It'll be done when it's done, when I've finished adding all my scraps, because I'll probably put some fabric on here as well. But I thought it's easier just to go along and stick them on a snippet roll while I'm doing it than not. Right. I'm trying to be a tidier worker. I've made myself some promises these past weeks. Nope. Right, let's just put this back over here. Just want to give this a wipe. These are the backs of the serviettes and napkins, I should say. Right, so here we go. Let's have a look at this one. I'm going to push all them up there, put another layer on this. You like have a little conveyor belt of thick projects going as you're working along. So I've got some tissue paper that I had something that got affected, I think it was, wrapped in. So let's pop this on there, smooth that out as best we can. It's crinkled, so I doubt it will smooth very well. We can do our best. If it crinkles, does it matter? No, It's texture, isn't it? Cut that up there. I'm going to spend all day doing this. This is what I've been doing recently. I've been making spirit dolls. So I've been inspired by Robin Dudley House, The Artsy Bohemian, and Lauren Marie Jenkins. But this one I did on a vintage doll that had no arms, so I put the stick through there. I really like it. It's not voodoo, it's not witchcraft, it's not anything bad. It's just me, because I am spirit. We're all spirit. It's me, and my spirit is just mindlessly, really. I've been trying to do things that I've not had to think about. I'm really trying to get into this craft is playing and just don't worry about it. Let's put that on there. I've probably ended up gluing it to the table again. But hey ho. Now what can we put over the top? Let's have a look. I might put some of this over the top of it. Yes, we will. Yes. I didn't realise how robust napkins can be. In the past, I've sort of pussyfooted around them and doing it all delicately, but actually they are very robust. Right, let's put that one off to one side. Let's bring back one of these. This one. Oh, I've got there's, we could do some stamping on them too, couldn't we? I haven't got my stamper, but it's only behind me. Got a very compact studio. I'm lucky to have a studio. It's bigger than my last studio, but everything's just sort of to hand. Just put that on there. So I've just been talking about how robust napkins are. Well, they are unless you put your thumb through them, like I've just done. But luckily, they do repair quite well without anybody noticing what you've done. So let's just repair over that. These are the things that happen. Just tear around. Whoop, whoop. It's just sticking to my thumb. And then I'm going to go over the top of this with some of that Tim Holtz again. I've got lots and lots of different tissue papers, but I didn't get them all out because I'm just trying to stick with similar colours and things, and themes and what have you. So let's take this and just come down there. Cut that off. These are my messy scissors. I'm going to keep that I'm going to keep a specific set of things on here so that hopefully when I do videos that everything's to hand that I need. I'm trying to be organised with my life. I bought myself got a beautiful diary. I went to Haworth. If you live in the UK, you live in Yorkshire, Lancashire, you need to go, when I say Yorkshire I mean sort of south, West Yorkshire, you need to go to Haworth. It's such an amazing place. They've got amazing shops. I bought a beautiful Moon Goddess diary. It's like it's a cobble street, the main street, and it's all oldie worldy and some gorgeous shops. So I got a Moon Goddess diary that I'm going to organise at my crafting in. There we go. Done. Lovely. Right, let's just give this a wipe. Whoop. Oh, let me show you how I put the others together. I'm throwing bits all over now. So these strips, these are my cut-offs. So what I did, let's make them a bit smaller. Let's take it to about this. So what I did was, I know that this is a flat edge, so I lined it up with the vertical line, and I just bobbed some glue. Now I've got a big Fabri-Tac bottle supply instead of the little ones. I can now get big ones. And then, so that is square. So then I started to line these others up with it. I know that's square at the bottom, so put that on. Because if you just line them up, they wouldn't be square. Now that may not bother to me as a rule, but it does today. It does. So, speaking in my best King's English, let's put that one on there. Lined up at the bottom. Fabulous. So I'll just let that dry. It's not like me to be organised at all. Right, let's put that on there. Need to wash that lid. And give this a little wipe. Right, so let's have a look where we are up to. I have got, let's have a look. Can't see. Move these bits and pieces out of the way. Clear my space. So I've got 1, 2. I thought I had another one. I do. 3. I'm just trying to work out which is the least damp. 4. Right. So let's do some work on this one. So I'm going to cut, well, you can, 2 things. You can let it dry and then use a file and file it off. You can tear it off while it's damp, or you can just cut it off. So I'm cutting it off. My son has moved back home, which is lovely. I love it. Don't tell him that. I mean, he's 27, but, you know, I saw a little quote on Facebook about what a fabulous treasure it is to see your older children, and it's true, it is. It is. For me, it's just amazing. So precious, your children, no matter what age. No matter what age. I'm glad when 23 is over, because it has been a really, really tough year, and I hope that tough year wise is done and I don't have to have a tough year next year. I'm going to sit down now. Here I am. I hope I don't have to have a tough year next year. Who knows? So this is some deli paper that I decorated in the past. Shall we put that on there? Let's put that down there. I think we will. Shall we do that, or shall we just tear it? Don't you just love layers? In fact, it's still sticky, that, so I know for a fact it's just going to stick on. Would you mind terribly if I just disappeared for 30 seconds to dry this properly? It will be dry very quick because it's almost dry now.
Dad's back now and he's brought some more ham.
Alright. Just doing a video, I'll do your sandwich after. But it could be 30 minutes. Or 20 minutes. They just, they're after me making them a ham toaster. Can't do anything, can you, without... This is my eldest daughter's home at the minute. She lives up in Durham, but she's just home for a few days. She's not been very well, so she's spending a bit of time here because her husband's been working down in London. So now she wants a ham and cheese toaster. They knew I was doing a video because I said to them I'm going doing a video. Now, this is like got... Can you see the different textures and things on there? Right, so that is there. So now I have got a box of tricks. Stamps. This is one of the reasons I decided to do this sort of video, was because of the sheer volume of stickers, not stamps, stickers. That matches that nice. That I have loads and loads and loads. I didn't realise how many I had. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? A little sort of goes with the other. Yeah, so many. So I thought I need to use up some scraps. I need to use up some of these stamps. I need to use up things. Ooh, right. So I do like these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round the corners. Got my little punch here, 10mm up. I am avoiding getting out like all mixed media things. I'm just trying to keep life simple. Keep life simple. So, I'm going to put this little girl on. Can I do, what should I put her on there? Should I put her on something? Should I sort of tear, ooh, look at that. Okay, I just tear that. That is pretty. I was watching last night Yours. I love Yours' videos. She does beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, that could go on there and that could go on there. That's pretty. She does amazing videos, amazing craft work. And I just love listening to her. I love her accent. It's very beautiful King's English. She obviously lives down south, where their accents are much more like the King's English than they are up here in the north. We do try our best, but we haven't got it. We have our lovely northern accents and we're very proud of them actually. So, but a Yosie, yeah, really recommend a Yosie. So that's edged. Let's edge this. Is it coming interrupting a video for a cheese and ham toasted? The girl's 33, 34 actually. I was just talking about how treasured your children are even when they grow up, and now I'm complaining because she wants me to make her a sandwich. I should have said, yes darling, I will stop my video now and come and make you a lovely sandwich. Right, I'm going to stick this on here. This is where I need to stand up again now. Whereabouts shall I put this? I think about there would look nice. So yes, Yosie. She's done a lovely series on roses. It's the Yosi and Bohemian Crafting that made me think, inspired me to get these tags out and to get on with them. Clear up some of this lot in my craft room. What am I on? 35 minutes. I might have to do a part 2. About this little stamp. I'm not talking because I'm thinking time. Is this a sticker? I think it is. I think it is. I was doing some crafting in the week with my mum, and she hates using Fabri-Tac. She hates, you know, these glue you get on your fingers. She said, don't make me use that glue. I said, I don't make you use anything, Mum. Just seeing if that lifts up. I don't make you use anything, Mum. It's your choice. Well, I don't like that glue. I said, well, don't use it then. Use something else. But there's nothing else to use. Yes, exactly. Put that there. See, the standing up bit comes with look it so you can look directly down, doesn't it? Right. Just take these bits off my fingers. I need to get some baby wipes. I ran out. I've run out. I need to take this off here. So, oh, it's coming off itself. How amazing. I do use my little knife. I've forgotten what it's called. It has got an official name. So, let's stick this on. And this is like washi tape. I think I got this from, not Temu. Oh, Temu. Temu? No, not Temu. I think I got it from, is it Shein? I was just trying out washi tapes. That's nice. Right. And then we need some words for this little beauty here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our words. These are Tim Holtz words. Under cover of rain. Experienced workman. I don't think so. Before you say goodnight, all the world is bright. Every road should have a path. This heart of mine. Life is wonderful. Turned her curious gaze this way. That's quite nice, actually. Now, you can, and I have done in the past, stick these on, what's it called? Gauze, cheesecloth. But I'm not today, because I'm just using paper. She turned her curious gaze this way. Just do that. I'm looking for the other one that I did. Where is it? The one I showed you right at the beginning. I can't have lost it because I've only been here. Does this happen to you? Do you lose things when you've never moved? And suddenly things are lost. Now these I love. These are called washi stickers. And they are just like numbers and, you see, specimen number. Human bone, we won't have that one on. This one is just 30 cents. Good for 30 cents. Quite like that. You get them with just numbers on. This, oh, this is nice. This is just got music on it. Shall we put music on it? Yes, we will. So these are washi stickers, and these were from, is it Shein or Shine or something like that. So I'm going to stop this video because I'm going to call this one part 1, and then I will come back soon with probably tomorrow, because I'll carry on now. I'm not going to stop. I'll come back tomorrow with part 2. So where did I put that tag? It was here. It was there, exactly there. Anyway, let's just do this. I just need to finish off the back as well, don't I? It does look shabby chic and vintage, this. Where is my tag? I always lose things, but I've been so careful making sure everything is done here, and I've got a table to my right here with a few bits and pieces on, and then I lose the tag. I don't understand myself sometimes. Today is Friday the 8th of December, and I was convinced it was Sunday. Absolutely convinced. And my husband's at it, no Sharon, it's because I'm saying, no, we need to do this, we need to do that this week, and he said, but it's weekend. I said, no, it isn't. I think it must have been that big long sleep that did it. What do you think? I'm just like, don't know where I'm up to, I don't know where I am today. That's lifting. Right, so that is completed. So oh no, it isn't, because we need to do the back. What you can do is stitch around that if you wanted to. So I've literally just used scraps and these pieces of paper. So on the back, I'm going to put, will that fit? That will fit. This is some like newspaper, but it's this buff colour. So let's put that on. I'm going to put this on. So I will call this part 1, and I will do a part 2. So I'll put one on today, and then I'm going to carry on, and I'll have a cup of tea first, find the tag, then I'm going to do part 2, which I will upload tomorrow. Why I've put that right in the middle, I don't know. Bone folder, where are you? Here I am. Here I am. How do you do? Did you just do that Peter Pointer? Where are you? Here I am. Here I am. How do you do? Just might sew around these. We'll see. You don't have to sew around them. I think they look very beautiful not stitched around, but equally they will look beautiful stitched around. Artist choice. Even though my mum said I'm not an artist because I can't draw, it is still artist choice. What I do when I've finished my tag, there's the back, let's just trim that down there. I'll ink that. See, I've got some more strips there for making more tags with. Let's ink around this. Where is the other tag? My dad used to, what have you said to him? He knew a song about it. He used to sing. He'd say, where's my tag? And he would just know a song about tags. And he would start, oh, where's my? He would just start like singing about it. I do miss him. He was incredible. My daddy. Right. So, my little tip of the day now. If you don't take anything else, take this. Those look, to me, much better sealed. So I use acrylic wax. Comes in a bottle. Here it is. Acrylic wax. And I will just get my paintbrush and paint that with acrylic wax, and it will just seal everything. Just seals it all nice and just gives it a nice finish. This is my latest. I've used like different mediums and things, but actually acrylic wax is currently my favourite medium. Now when I do put this into a journal, I can always add to. If I want to add pockets and tucks and tags and flippies and all sorts, I can do all that then. But for now, that is enough. So hopefully I'll see you in part 2. We can carry on with some more collaging and more tags. So I hope you like that. And I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.